Florida primary and the race for Florida Agriculture Commissioner. Wilton Simpson won the Republican primary, beating Matt the Welder Taylor from Plant City. Simpson got nearly 70% of the vote. But there was a dust-up over the voting itself when voters at this polling place found themselves casting ballots in a building named after candidate Simpson. The Pasco County election supervisor now promising it won't be a problem in November. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is in studio to explain. I don't think I ever remember this happening before.
It's very rare. I don't remember it happening either. I can tell you that many polling places do have names on them for people in our community. The Jan Platt Library comes to mind. But to have the building named after somebody who's on that ballot does appear to be rare. The general framing of this from officials and at both the school and the elections office is that it was an unfortunate coincidence. But they were so thankful at Pasco Hernando State College that Wilton Simpson got money for them, for the school that he delivered while he was a senator, that they named the new building for him. Here it is, there it is right there, the Wilton Simpson Science and Innovation Center. There it is. In June, they unveiled the new name, saying that the $25 million that he delivered to their STEM program meant the world. The problem is that the school says it agreed with the elections office to assign the polling place to that building, which documents called Building K. Now, they used to hold elections in the gym there at the school, but they wanted to change it because so many students use the gym for their police and fire academies. So, when voters showed up on Tuesday, supporters of Simpson's primary opponent, Matt Taylor, were outraged that Simpson appeared to be getting a campaign ad well inside the usual boundaries of 150 feet. This is 0 inches, literally. Taylor highlighted the fury that one voter had on his own Facebook page.
I just have to explain how ridiculous this is. Our new voting precinct is our current ag commissioner, a building named after him. Tell me how this is okay. Our old voting precinct was the gymnasium at Pasco Hernando State College right behind me. They have now changed it to the Wilton Simpson Science and Innovation Center. Tell me how this is legal.
Well, here is how Pasco County Election Supervisor Brian Corley reacted when he had the realization that a polling place was named after a candidate who was on the ballot in that polling place. It wasn't until Election Day, he said, that we were made aware that Building K was recently renamed to the Wilton Simpson Science and Innovation Center. Now that we are aware, we have been in contact with PHSC to move us to a different building for the general election. Simpson's political team to this point has declined to comment, guys.
This is a very Florida election thing. Only in Florida, right? Is there any belief, though, that this had any actual impact on the election?
Well, of course not. I mean, given that this election was won by Wilton Simpson in the primary over Matt Taylor by nearly 40 points, that's over 500,000 votes. I don't know exactly yet how many voters were in that precinct, but it's not enough to make up a difference of 500,000 votes, if any. He won Pasco County by a similar margin, that kind of 70-30 range. We're still waiting for the data from that precinct to see if he did better in that precinct than he did in other districts in Pasco County. I think it might have been a few points different than the statewide margin in Pasco County, maybe like a 68 kind of thing, as opposed to 70-30. But either way, Simpson had this race won, but it didn't necessarily make voters for the other candidate feel welcome, given that the incumbent's name was on the building itself.
Well, at least officials did step up, though, and say, oops, it was a mistake.
I mean, they didn't use those words, but they did acknowledge that it needs to be fixed by November. And he's an important figure in Pasco County, and the building reflected that. So.
Okay.
Interesting. Evan, thank you.
Thanks, Evan.